Hello, welcome to 2KOS. My name is Chaplain Michael. I'm here with my long-term dear friend and kind of work wife here, Amy Frost, lovely lady. We're going to talk a little bit about what she does and going to tell you why she keeps on smiling. So, Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
For me, my work these days, I would say as much as anything, is helping the hope providers to be hopeful and helping people to stay in the game.
Okay.
And so much of what we do with Adopt a Cop and Adopt a Veteran is certainly we want to give them resilient skills, but also, who am I really?
Yeah.
You know, it's great to go after goals and make them happen, but it's like, well, you know, what's going on inside for me? And I'm really doing what God brought me here to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's tough because a lot of times when people are trying to share with you or you're trying to get them to get involved in stuff, you hear about the challenges that they have and stuff. And so how do you get past those challenges and stuff to keep them motivated?
You know, I don't worry about motivating them.
Okay.
When I realize when somebody that I'm supporting isn't motivated, I stop and look at myself.
Okay.
Because if I'm motivated, that slops over to them.
Okay.
Or they're not my sheep.
Okay.
I think that's an important, you know, my sheep hear me, right? And I hear them.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the biggest lesson that I've learned in the last few years is I'm trying to go after sheep that aren't mine.
Yeah. Yeah. So those that actually are willing to accept the light that they're seeing when they're talking to you, accept that light, and then you guys kind of work together.
Yes. And then if they don't, you know, it's like I tend to give people homework. Right? It's like, you know, go, you know, investigate what this is or what are your values or what are your mission. And if they don't do it, it's okay.
Yeah.
But they're not my sheep.
Yeah.
So I just stop pushing them.
Okay.
So I think that's part of my sanity and my happiness is knowing I'm not here to fix anybody.
Right.
You know, and I'm not here to save anybody.
Right.
Once I learned that, you know, not that I don't keep learning it over and over again,
right?
But I'm going to be here and be the very best I can, live as integrity-wise as much as I can,
right?
And then whoever I'm supposed to work with, God will put in my path, and then I'm not. And sometimes, you know, it's a test, you know, to see is like, no, they really don't want this, you know. And so, am I willing to say I can fix it, I can make it happen, or maybe it's just not what I'm supposed to do.
It's just not right now. Yeah, well, that's great because a lot of times people try and push people, and it just doesn't work, and they get frustrated with their job, and they're like, "Oh man," or work or whatever their business is,
exactly.
And they're like, "Am I doing it right?"
Right.
And the question, listening to you, is, "Yeah, you're doing it wrong. You know, you're not doing it right." Let them go ahead. When it's time for them, then it's time for them. But you do what you can with what you have.
I think one of the most profound things that I learned as a coach, a trainer, facilitator, a really seasoned person who I really admired. And he saw me struggling, trying to make everything right for everybody and, you know, to save everybody. He said, you know, when they get it and they just have this amazing experience, don't get a big head because you're probably the 12th person that told them that.
Right.
And when they're mad at you and they're coming at you, what are you talking about? You're probably the first person. So don't beat yourself up and don't get a big head.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah. Okay. So what is it that keeps you going? What is it that keeps you smiling? Let me say that. What is it that keeps you smiling even in the midst of helping people who don't want to be helped or not ready to be helped? And yet you still take on some of the burdens a little bit because you're hearing their story, you're hearing their struggle, you're hearing their trials, they're sharing their losses with you. What is it that keeps you smiling in the midst of that?
For me, it's being committed to being in joy.
Yeah.
And doing the work. Like every morning I, you know, reflect, I read, I send goofy things to people, and you know that one, right? And I'm doing that for myself. I mean, it's great if you benefit or anybody else that I'm supporting benefits, but I know I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, my cousin Deb, I was in her wedding when I was 15. She's about 5 years older than me. My whole life, she has prayed for me every day. And every morning I get a text from her.
Wow.
Every morning that's inspiring and loving. And so what a great mentor she's been for me. And it was like, she's in Ohio, so it's 3 hours earlier. But so I'll get up early sometimes, like at 5, just to, you know, to get that text from her. And I work to be that to others.
Okay.
That brings me, she brings me joy. I pass on the joy. And I have joy people in my life. And I have other people that aren't, but I don't let them take my joy.
Right. Okay. All right. So you heard that from Amy. Don't let anybody take your joy.
And don't you take mine.
Don't take hers either. You remember hers, okay? But always keep on smiling. It's important, right? That you have a heart for people. and that you continue to do the things that God has led you to do. So this is Chaplain Michael, and this is Amy, and we want to encourage you to always keep on
smiling.
All right, thank you.
Woo!